Jack. You guys are all the same. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the you know the thing. Here's the poll, Jack. You guys are all the same.
Oh, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
Yeah!
You're dying. That's true. And it is what it is.
I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa.
They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. Very simple. Bad deal, should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up, and they had the worst cover-up ever. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint, when they thought about it. Because whoever thought of that idea, I think is in big trouble.
Hillary examine the terrain. Watch a campaign with the man Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine in the membrane. Tim Kaine in the brain.
Here's the poll, Jack. You guys are all the same.
I'll kiss every guy, man and woman, man and woman. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'll kiss him.
I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa.
That is a shit fuck, cringe tour, etc., etc.
But it's a class action lawsuit against all machines.
Hello, users, and welcome to another show, an episodic showdown of a program, really. I mean, when you really think about it, when you really stop and fucking think about it, when you really think about it, it's a show. My mouse is broken, everyone. I've got a faulty mouse. And so it's like, you know, every like 13 seconds, it will just turn off for a random amount of time. I have purchased a new mouse, though I do not have it yet, as I utilize the power of the internet in order to make this purchase. So please bear with me if I have any technical difficulties, if I'm trying to click something and it just doesn't, you know, it just doesn't work. So, you know, just throwing that out there. Got a show going on today. I'm going to be doing a program. I still got this, like, discoloration. Look at this. You see this? This like, is this, like, permanent? I've had this for, like, what the hell is that? You see this? Like, what is going on there? Max the dog is woofing. Hey, Max, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? He's woofing it up. Max! Everybody, we got Max the dog here. Hi, Max. Why are you woofing around? Look at this dog. You can't see him, but he's there. Maxie, look at the camera. Look at the camera. That's Max the dog. He's woofing. Covered with makeup. I don't know how to use makeup, so I'm not gonna just start now. Doing a program today. Look at my teeth. You ever look at my teeth? Look at that. Are there any dentists in the chat? Like, anyone notice anything weird? Huh? Anything? Any dentists? Can someone give me a free dental exam via the live show? Anything? Anyway, got a show going on today. Today I'm doing a program. So if anyone knows any dentists, just show them that. And and they'll, you know, I'd like that. Because I can't afford a dentist. Anyway, so we got a show. Today's gonna be a little bit of a chill program. I don't really know what that means, but I don't have anything queued up that's gonna like cause me to go off on like a 40-minute ranting and raving sesh. So unless y'all like start talking about astrology again, probably gonna chillax today. So drinking some coffee. Folks, I'd like to announce that I have started production. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to use fancy words. I have started production on the third seasonal iteration of the Cooking with the Bitch program. I'd also like to announce that I'm also going to skip next week. So it will be the Wednesday, not the next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that. That's going to be the Wednesday. We're Cooking with the Bitch Season 3 comes. It's going to come. So, and I got lots of stuff planned, and I'm trying to get like a bunch of episodes, you know, pumped out. Highly motivated. So, you know, just there you go. That's the thing. I gotta like. You like triggered episodes? Yeah, I mean, I got you, right? Like, it'll, you know. Today, though, I'm just trying to take it easy. I'm just trying to live my life. Today, you know, I don't want to raise my blood pressure. $18 wage increase, not making it on the ballot in California. That's not surprising. right, so we got a show today. My nose. You see this nose? Look at this. The fuck? What day is it? That's a good question. Last time I checked, and I could be wrong, but last time I checked, it was the weekend. Yeah! Right, so, but I could be wrong. I don't look at the calendar, to be honest with you. In fact, ever since I started doing that, like, Rayman sound drop, that started me being aware of the weekends, to be honest with you. But it's Saturday, I think, right? I think it might be. I hope it is. I hope it's not Sunday. Because then, if it's Sunday, then that means where the fuck did Saturday go? Anyway, let's start today's show with a news story. I've been watching this from the sidelines, and I haven't honestly covered any of this on my show because I'm a stupid idiot. But I want to talk about the John Fetterman candidacy in the state of Pennsylvania. And I got this article here from the Daily Beast that is extremely great. Could John Fetterman shitpost his way to the Senate? Well, this has been like something that's really, I've been watching this really for the last, ever since Fetterman won the primary, I've had my eye on him. But I haven't covered it on the show. I don't know, man. I don't really cover races that much as I used to be honest with you. But this one is so hilarious and so funny that I've decided that I'm going to start covering this race, because there's every day there's just some new funny ass shit. There's some new funny ass fucking shit, almost, if not multiple times a day. And so I've decided I'm going to hop on the content train. And of course, obviously it goes without saying that I endorse John Fetterman against Dr. Oz. So one thing I want to say before I read this article, and this is a really funny article. One thing is that Dr. Oz, I don't know how many people know Dr. Oz, but I was born and raised in New Jersey. And so Dr. Oz was all over local news pretty much my entire childhood. I'm 26 years old. So anytime I would ever turn on local news, Dr. Oz would be multiple times a week. I know who this person is from television. As a child, my mom loved Dr. Oz, jokes on her. But anyway, so I don't know anything. I've always thought that this guy was a weird. I didn't like his way of talking. He screams when he talks. You ever notice that? He has this way of talking where he's like, and no, right? It's just really strange and bizarre. But anyway, so when Dr. Oz announced he was running for the Senate, I thought that was hilarious. And so again, I was born and raised in New Jersey. So you might be wondering, why is Dr. Oz running in the Pennsylvania Senate if he's from New Jersey, right? That's what. So, I don't know, man. As a New Jersey native, I don't live in New Jersey anymore, but I am very familiar with Dr. Oz. And so I love this recent campaign from John Fetterman, where it's every day, his I think half of his merchandise on his store now is Dr. Oz is from New Jersey related, and it's hilarious. It's so funny. So anyway, I want to read this article, and then I want to look at some other adjacent stuff. This article was written on July 6th, and then I want to play some stuff and look at some stuff from July 6th and onwards, 7th and onward. But anyway, so could John Fetterman shitpost his way to the Senate? In late June, John Fetterman posted a photo of an edited Hawaii driver's license in which the state was blurred out to read Pennsylvania, and the picture was replaced with Dr. Mehmet Oz's face next to the name McLovin. He captioned the photo with only one word: giggle. and an emoji of a face laughing with a hand over its mouth. I love how serious the writing is here. This is this is great. The meme, a reference to the raunchy 2007 film Superbad, in which a teenager gets a fake Hawaii ID to buy drinks under the name McLovin, was a dig at his Republican opponent's residency, and the latest in a series of posts seemingly aimed at Fetterman's younger, more online base. While Senate hopefuls like Fetterman generally refine their social media to include an array of generic political touchstones and 480 characters or less, the Democratic nominee from Pennsylvania has recently flooded his accounts with memes that look straight out of a Gen Z playbook. This has a lot of vibes from like the what was the Mike Gravel race. By the way, what happened to those fucking kids? Like, the fucking Gravel Institute? Like, what the fuck's going on there? But anyway, it reminds me of that energy, where it's just you have, like, a bunch of kids just memeing it up. It's also really important to note that John Fetterman is the lieutenant governor of Pennsylvania, right? So not only is he running for Senate, but he is the lieutenant governor, right? So this is also just really, really funny. Really funny stuff, I gotta be honest. Oz has become the most frequent punchline. In one post, Fetterman responded to an article about Oz spelling his Pennsylvania hometown wrong on his statement of candidacy by posting a widely used photo of a middle-aged man dressed as a skater boy teen with bold white letters reading, "How do you do, fellow Pennsylvania residents?" Oh, Lord have mercy. I mean, just like I'm not showing these quote-unquote memes, but just reading the descriptions of them is hilarious. Another showed a picture of a woman shouting while pointing her finger with the caption, "Dr. Oz, I'm totally a PA resident." Next to her was a scoffing, displeased-looking cat labeled PA voters. It's also, I think I read that Dr. Oz's hometown address in Pennsylvania is like his mother-in-law's, right? Like, just like he doesn't live there. It's just someone in his family that he's like using their address for. It's embarrassing. It really, as someone from New Jersey, this is embarrassing. And I apologize to the voters in the state of Pennsylvania. I do apologize for this embarrassment. Anyway, here's some more memes. Dr. Oz claims he's a PA resident. Dr. Oz is a real PA resident. Oh my God. Though Fetterman never kept the same sort of polished social media presence that other politicians do, a review of his tweets since winning the Democratic nomination on May 17 show he pivoted to the recent bout of outright memes in mid-June. And though he's posting most of his memes without directly tagging Oz, he's nailed a few ratios on the former television host, meaning positive interactions with Oz's tweets were outnumbered. I love the descriptions of this. Like, I love when old people describe, like, internet culture. Like, it's endlessly entertaining, like, just reading, like, people write about this stuff. By negative engagements from Fetterman or his fans, a tweet by Oz in June asked, "Who do you trust to fix Pennsylvania? Hashtag Team Oz." There were more than 22,000 responses, mostly from Fetterman's online army, trashing the Republican Senate hopeful. Now, I just want to say, can you imagine if Dr. Oz actually does make it into the Senate? Like, I am very hopeful that Fetterman's going to win this pretty easily. I hope to God. But, like, could you imagine Dr. Oz in the Senate for 6 fucking years? Oh, fuck! Jesus Christ, man. Oh. Anyway. Fetterman later responded to Oz's post with a fake congratulations certificate, like one you'd hand to a preschooler, presented to Dr. Oz for that sweet ratio of your tweet. It read, "You did it!" Fetterman's Instagram and Facebook are getting the meme treatment too. Fetterman campaign spokesperson Joe Calvello told the Daily Beast that recent uptick in memes began with Fetterman himself, who has personally created some of the memes, while others have been generated by staff. I love the idea that Fetterman himself is like opening up MS Paint or like GIMP or something and just like, you know, like fucking around with this shit. I love that. That's amazing. Dr. Oz stick to doctoring? I disagree, Glam Girl Atoll. Dr. Oz is actually not even really a doctor. Like a lot of his quote-unquote doctor advice, he's like a TV doctor, right? Like, just like a reality TV show clown. But anyway, that's a whole nother point. And we have another classic meme. New Jersey resident. And then you got the guy with starting the clown makeup. I see I'm describing this to you. Decides to run in PA Senate. You know, we got the lips on. We got some of the eyeballs on. Desperate for Trump endorsement. Got the hat on. You know, the hair, I guess. You know, the rainbow hair. Oprah owes America one huge apology for giving America Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil. I agree. What the fuck's going on with Oprah? Where is she on this one? Scrubbed Trump on his own campaign site. And then the clown costume is complete. Yeah, that's another good factor, is that Dr. Oz is like, he's like doing that thing that like Youngkin did in Virginia, where he's like, in the general, he's trying to pretend like Trump, like, who's Donald Trump? I never heard of that guy. Right? And it worked for Youngkin in Virginia, but Virginia's a different situation. And also, like, Youngkin is a different candidate. Like, Dr. Oz, man, Jesus Christ. Elizabeth Spires, a Democratic digital strategist and founding editor of the punchy news site Gawker, told the Daily Beast there can be merit in the use of memes as political messaging tool, stating the advantage of using them in the way the Fetterman is that it helps the messaging propagate more organically. Memes are less dry than typical political posts and are cheap to make. They're not cheap to make, they're free. Like, I need you to understand. Like it doesn't cost any money to like open up MS Paint and then just like add some text to an image macro. Like, it's not cheap, it's free. Like, I need you. Jesus, you know. But anyway, I want to look at some of the stuff from Fetterman's page recently. This is what made me want to start covering this on my show. I mean, again, I should have done it a lot sooner. But the Snooki thing, I mean, my God, man, the Snooki thing. Hold up, let me get this. So, for those of you that don't know who Snooki is, Snooki is from the cast of Jersey Shore. And someone did a cameo, and got Snooki to do the cameo. Like, Cameo is a website where you pay people to, like, say things or whatever. And this is just really funny.
Hey, Matt. This is Nicole Snooki. And I'm from Jersey Shore. I don't know if you've seen of it before. But I'm a hot mess on a reality show, basically, and I enjoy life. But I heard that you moved from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to look for a new job. And personally, I don't know why anyone would want to leave Jersey, because it's like the best place ever, and we're all hot messes. But I want to say best of luck to you. I know you're away from home and you're in a new place, but Jersey will not forget you. I just want to let you know I will not forget you. And don't worry, because you'll be back home in Jersey soon. This is only temporary. So good luck. You got this, and Jersey loves you. Mwah.
It's such a good video. It's so good. I really can't. I just can't, man. I am so impressed with John Fetterman's campaign. It's just so funny. Now, to be honest, I've never watched the Jersey Shore. But, like, he's just pulling out all the stops. Like, let's just scan this motherfucker's page. Let's just scan this guy's page. Dr. Oz for New Jersey. Oh, my God. Like, this photo... I can't with this. Like, this is his actblue.com, like secure.actblue.com for John Fetterman's donate page. Is that? I just can't. Ah, yes, the trip to Pat's plus Gino's, a rite of passage for every tourist. Now, I've seen this photo. This photo is from Dr. Mehmet Oz. Now, a lot of people, there's two photos here, but I'm going to focus on the left one. Now, do you see anything strange about this photo? Now, again, we're going way off topic here, right? We're going way off topic here, but, like, do you see anything strange about this photo? I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, I mean, just look at this photo, think about it, like, just scan, like, this is like a Where's Waldo, right? But, like, in a literal sense. Now, I want you, I shouldn't even do this on a program, but I saw this on Twitter, man. Like, I'm just gonna say, look at his jeans. Just take a look. analyze that segment of the photograph and then just leave it there. But anyway, let's look at Dr. Mehmet Oz's page. That's a great, like, oh, like, okay, so you have the cell phone and then you point at the cell phone. Oh, great. Okay, that's wonderful. And so Fetterman can't hide from voters forever. Let's see, like, Dr. Oz's meme game. Is it as good as John Fetterman's? Let's watch.
You may have heard John Fetterman's back on the campaign trail. As a surgeon who's performed thousands of these operations, I know how scary this can be for a patient. I've been praying for him. I'm glad he's okay. Now that he's back, John Fetterman can't keep hiding from voters forever. I mean, Joe Biden hid in his basement. How did that work out for us? We need to debate John's radical agenda. Fetterman would destroy our energy industry, canceling pipelines, crushing fracking and drilling, all while driving up gas prices for everyone. And Fetterman supports releasing 1/3 of the prison population and wants to eliminate life sentences for murderers. That's just crazy. I can promise you this, Pennsylvania.
This sounds like this is the thing about Dr. Oz's campaign videos is that almost all of them make John Fetterman seem like a fucking badass. Right? Like, he wants to release 1/3 of prisoners. That sounds fucking great. He wants to stop life sentences. That sounds fucking great. Like, I'm into this.
A dose of reality to John Fetterman and the radical left. And as your next senator, I'll be in your community to hear your thoughts and fight to be your voice in Washington. I'm glad Fetterman's healthy, so we can worry less about his heart and his hoodie and more about the crazy leftist ideas in his head.
The crazy leftist ideas. All right, let's look at this guy's media tab. Joe Biden, PA energy workers. Okay. John Fetterman thinks he'll be able to run a campaign without Pennsylvanians seeing his radical socialist policies or how crazy he really is. Like, so the thing about Dr. Oz's, responses here is that, he's trying to, he's doing the Trump thing of just calling his opponent crazy socialist, crazy this and crazy that. AOC, and now this is a great photo. I'm not going to lie. This photo, I saw this earlier, and I thought that this was like a pro Fetterman. Okay. AOC and Elizabeth Warren want John Fetterman to join their squad in D.C. Why is Elizabeth Warren there and not Bernie Sanders is my question. That's my, he's doing this big, he's just like Bernie thing. And then why instead of having Bernie, there's Elizabeth Warren? I don't know, man. But anyway, that's a great fucking image. John Fetterman needs to use that on his campaign. Oh Lord. At John Fetterman calculating how he will push the Commonwealth towards socialism, but realizing that's not. Oh, this is embarrassing stuff, man. This is embarrassing stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to weigh in on this race because it's hilarious. I'm enjoying watching this. And if you live in Pennsylvania, vote for John Fetterman. I don't know what to tell you. I don't live there. But also neither does Dr. Oz. So, I mean, what are you going to do? But anyway, goddamn, this is some really good stuff. And I will be probably weighing in on this race a lot more because it's funny. It's funny as fuck, and it's good for the content minds. So I'm hopping in. Human love solidarity. Use the title of channel when speaking on other channel chats. What? What the fuck? What is that? Is that did you push that through 18 different languages on Google Translate and that was the result? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But, anyway. Let's take a look at some Republicans. Oh, we're talking about some Republicans in the races, Hey means that way you can get more followers because people will be interested in your contacts, which is I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're saying. Like what is the request? What am I supposed to do? Like I don't know what you're saying. People talk of your channel in other chats. Well, that's good. I don't know what I have to do in order to have that happen more. I don't know what you're requesting. Content not about you. I'm lost. I'm like a deer in headlights right now. I'm like, what? Do you want me to like start talking in other chats? Is that the request? If you're on another live stream, just be you so people can recognize your name and will go to your channel. I don't know what that means. I don't watch other channels, to be honest with you. The last time I talked in a live chat months ago. I don't really use. I watch videos, but I don't really. As yourself? Well, why would I come as someone else? I don't know what you're asking. Oh, do you want me to change my channel name to my full name? I could do that. My channel name is the same one I came up with when I was 13 years old. So I could change it if that's what the request is. We had to go through like 18 different layers of Google Translate and like find the Rosetta Stone for this one. But if that's the goal, if that's the request, I could think about that. I don't know if that would fuck anything up, but I don't know what to tell you. But this is as confusing as watching like Dr. Oz's campaign videos. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Y'all motherfuckers are confusing me. I apologize if I'm low energy this morning, but maybe I need a second cup of coffee. I'm still on my first. Maybe that's the problem. I mean, I could change it. I don't know. I have no idea. But I don't know what I'm being, like, I don't know what people are requesting of me. Like, are you talking to each other? Is that what, and like, when I read you, I interpret that as talking to me. Are you just talking to each other? I'm gonna fucking I don't know what's happening. But okay, I will assume that I'm going to do nothing. So, all right, great. We're going to keep going with the show. I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to change nothing. And y'all just continue talking amongst yourselves. All right, that's the that's what I'm going away with here. But yeah, feel free, refer to me as whatever. I don't care. Let's talk about another race. All right. So we got some interesting details. Liz Cheney, not looking so good. New poll. Liz Cheney trailing Trump-backed primary challenger by more than 20 points. Wow. Not looking so good. Rep. Liz Cheney trails Republican challenger Harriet Hagerman by 22% in a poll released Friday, spelling trouble for the anti-Trump Republicans' next primary next month. More than half, 52% of likely primary voters in Wyoming said they would support Hagman, Noir, while just 30% expressed support for Cheney, according to the survey conducted by Mason-Dixon Polling and Strategy on behalf of Casper, Wyoming Star-Tribune. The poll conducted July 7 through 11 among 1,100 likely voters. That's about half the electorate in Wyoming, for those of you that don't know. Normally, when we talk about polling and how, like, oh, they only polled this many people, 1,000, that's about, like, maybe, honestly, like, 2/3 of the electorate in Wyoming, let's be real. Showed single-digit support for other Republican primary candidates for Wyoming's sole House seat, and indicated that 11% of the voters were undecided. Well, first of all, Hagman has over 50%. Pretty much that means it's over, right? So Hagman just needs to like stay stagnant and not lose that 3%, and it's over, right? Like it's done. Former President Donald Trump selected Hagman out of several Republicans vying to unseat Cheney, who voted to impeach Trump, and is one of 2 Republicans on the House committee investigating his alleged role in January 6, 2021 attack on the Capitol. I just want to be very honest with people. A lot of people think Liz Cheney is a liberal icon. Liz Cheney recently voted against, every Republican, including Liz Cheney, voted against doing a probe of the military, police forces, etc. for neo-Nazi ideology. Republicans voted against that. They don't want us to root out neo-Nazis in the military. Liz Cheney sees neo-Nazis in the military, and she's like, fuck yeah, let's get some more. So I want to just be very honest. A lot of people, I know that most people, if not every single person watching my show, isn't one of those freaks, right? But I'm just saying, sometimes people stumble upon my videos, you know, so if you're one of those weirdos that's like, Liz Cheney, Slay Queen, I'm going to have to ask you to go fuck yourself. And not in a good dick way. The Wyoming poll found that a majority of voters disagreed with Cheney's decision to serve on Jan 6 committee, 63%, and thought her opposition to Trump hurt her ability to represent Wyoming. This is the party of Trump. I need people to understand. You can't criticize another Republican? Isn't that what everyone... Like, let's boil this down. You can't criticize fellow Republicans? Isn't everyone running against Liz Cheney criticizing a fellow Republican? So if Liz Cheney's crime is that she criticizes fellow Republicans, when they're all criticizing her, who's a fellow Republican, what? Like, what? But again, it's the party of Trump. When you look at it in the lens that the Republican Party is the Trump Party. It's not a Republican Party. It's not like where you go to hash out disagreements and then, you know, the winner of the logic win, you know. It's the Trump Party. So no shit. If you criticize Trump, that's a problem. You can criticize any other Republican. That's great. They're rhinos. But when you criticize Trump, that's the problem because it's the Trump Party. It's not the Republican Party. Cheney has tried to convince Democrats in Wyoming to vote for her in the Republican primary to gain support, a move that Hagman's campaign characterized as a desperate move to hold on to power. If any Democrat actually did that, I would rather have a Trumper in office because Liz Cheney, again, she convinces some liberals that Republicans are worth saving. There is no such thing as a good Republican. There is no such thing as a good Republican voter. They're all dumb motherfuckers. I need you to understand that. Republicans and Republican voters are stupid, low IQ, racist, bigoted, asshole, fuckface motherfuckers. And yes, every Republican voter. Now again, if that offends you, stop being a Republican voter. If you're thinking to yourself, I vote Republican and I'm not a racist, that's an unfair characterization. Maybe don't vote for Republicans. I don't know what to tell you. When 100% of the people you support are neo-Nazis, right? That says a lot about you. Right? So I'm just saying, a lot of people get triggered by that. The one thing Hillary Clinton had going for her when it comes to logic was when she called Republican voters the basket of deplorables. I'm not going to lie. If she kept that energy going, that would have been a fucking winner. Fuck Republicans, okay? Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't give a shit about their snowflake, whiny, fuckface feelings. Fuck their feelings. Fuck their crybaby fucking tears. Fuck their stupid ass garbage feelings. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck about Republicans at all. If Republicans just fucking all disappeared tomorrow, the world would be a better fucking place, okay? Fuck these stupid ass fucking motherfuckers, okay? Fuck them. Fuck them. The committee is making the case, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Liz Cheney's fucked as well. that's the thing with these neo-Nazis, is like, neo-Nazis, like, you need to understand, if you are in the party of neo-Nazism, right, and you disagree, if you march out of lockstep one little bit, you can't complain that, oh shit, the neo-Nazis, oh fuck, I'm so shocked that the neo-Nazis are after me. Like you literally stepped into the pool and you're surprised that you're getting wet. Like, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. So anyway, that makes me happy. Got some stupid ass motherfuckers. Consider restricting the chat to subscribers only. I will never consider that, Mila, but I appreciate your concern. Let's keep going with these stupid fuckface Republicans. So Republicans, I mean, like, let's be honest here. Republicans, folks.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
So, Matt Gaetz, who is credibly accused of engaging in child sex trafficking with minors, Matt Gaetz is talking about Democrats. And let's watch.
Democrats don't.
I gotta raise the fucking volume on this shit. We need like a law to universal standardization of volume so that my job is easier.
Don't want consensus. They don't want to move legislation forward that will help expecting mothers. Instead, they want to try to enrage the American people, activate the most militant forms of their base, intimidate the court with these illegal protests outside the homes of justices. Democrats don't want...
All right. Now, again, I want to put this through the lens of fascism and how fascism works. One of the core tenets of fascism is that you accuse your opponents of doing everything that you do. It's called projecting. Right? Now again, I just want to say, I wish, like, if Matt Gaetz, I want to live in the world that Matt Gaetz is projecting here. I want to live in a world where Democratic politicians are actually fighting against the Supreme Court, where like Joe Biden is saying, I'm going to pack the court, we're going to get 38 fucking trillion justices on this bitch motherfucker. I want to live in that world. I want to live in the world where Democrats are doing things for the base and they're actually helping people. That's a world I strive to live in, but the Democratic Party is garbage. They're a bunch of chickens. They admit defeat before Republicans even declare battle, right? Like, but again, I want to play this clip again, and I want you to think about January 6th. I want you to think about Proud Boys. I want you to think about these paramilitary groups that have been terrorizing, just anyone who's gay or trans, whatever, right? I want you to think about that when you listen to this clip. I want you to think about this under the lens of fascism. They're accusing their opponents of doing everything that they do. Now listen to this.
Democrats don't want consensus. They don't want to move legislation forward that will help expecting mothers. Instead, they want to try to enrage the American people, activate the most militant forms of their base, intimidate the court with these illegal protests outside the homes of justices.
Again, think about this. So they don't want to move forward with legislation. Republicans, again, just voted against doing a probe of neo-Nazis in the United States military and other police forces. They just voted against that. They don't want to root out neo-Nazis. When they think about, oh, we want neo-Nazis in our military, that's Republicans. Every single one of them, including Liz Cheney and the other fucking so-called rhinos. So what? What? Like, I mean, again, these people are insane. And they're claiming that they want to help expecting mothers. I mean, I haven't covered this on my show, but I plan to soon, with this 10-year-old rape story where a 10-year-old was raped and impregnated, had to go to another state to get an abortion, and both of those states, Ohio and Indiana, are now looking into, like, the doctor in Indiana. Ohio's looking to charge the fucking child, 10-year-old, and Republicans are all going on television to support that, right? But again, I need, like, it really needs to be said that that's the point. They lie, they project, and that's the point. I need you to know this, right? It's not like they're just accidentally saying all the things, like they're not accidentally being hypocrites. It's not like Matt Gaetz is like, oh, fuck, I forgot that I am also credibly accused of child sex trafficking. Fuck, I forgot. He didn't forget. He knows. He's aware. But it doesn't matter. Right? We live in a post-truth era where you can say whatever you want on television, whatever, and it doesn't matter if you're a hypocrite. It doesn't matter. If you're a Republican, it does not matter. Like, you can go like Lindsey Graham from like, oh, Trump is the worst thing in the world, to sucking his dick on live television every day, and you're good. It doesn't matter. None of this matters at all. Right? Like, look at the Supreme Court. And look at them, Mitch McConnell's Republican Party blocking Barack Obama from even having a hearing on Merrick Garland. And then, with like 3 weeks before an election in 2020, railroading in ACB. It doesn't matter. Hypocrisy is irrelevant. Norms are irrelevant. It doesn't matter. I need you to understand, Republicans, we're not fighting in like a logic war. There's no like, oh, we're going to win the argument, and then the Republican, that's not a thing. It doesn't matter. There is no argument that you can have with a Republican that will change their mind, because they're not speaking the same language. It's like having an argument, if you're an English speaker, having an argument with someone that speaks Mandarin. Like, not only is the language different, but the sounds are different. There's no shared vowels. We are not living in the same world with these people. I need you to understand. Logic doesn't work. Arguments don't work. Playing patty cake does not work with these people. So anyway, Matt Gaetz, total fucking psycho, let me say. Not that smart. But there's more Republicans that are fucking stupid. We've got a plague in this country of stupid fucking motherfucking Republicans. So this is Elise Stefanik. I mean, like,
correct.
I don't even know. I'm sorry if that blew your eardrums out. I don't even know, like, how to start with this. I really don't. There's so much here that just, like, listening to these people talk really makes you want to fucking, like, get a screwdriver and, like, you know, insert it into, like, one of the holes in your body, right? Like, I just don't. But we need to understand what the enemy is up to. Republicans are the enemy. They are insane. They are theocratic fascists. They are religious fundamentalists. They are insane. Whatever you might be thinking about the 9/11 hijackers, right? Republicans are worse. All right? I want you to be very aware of that. Let's watch this. This is some insane ass shit.
Correct. Solving COVID. They couldn't prioritize managing that money. That's bad. Okay, pressure is mounting on the Biden administration to go now further on abortion rights. You've heard the president talking about it this week. House Democrats are now pushing the president to declare a public health emergency where abortion is concerned. They claim the U.S. Supreme Court's Roe reversal creates a full-scale reproductive health crisis, and they are looking for federal government intervention. The White House and President Biden have said, yeah, they're going to consider that. Congresswoman?
Yes, House Democrats are putting on the floor the most radical abortion on demand paid for by the taxpayers up until and after birth just this week. I will tell you that.
First of all, what does abortion on demand mean? Like, if I get hit by a car and, like, my leg is, like, it goes in the opposite direction, you know? Am I allowed to get, like, leg surgery on demand? Like, what does that mean, abortion on demand? Like, it's just words. Like, it doesn't... Like, what does that mean? if I accidentally, like, I'm chopping up an onion and I cut my finger off and I go to the emergency room, am I allowed to get, like, my finger sewn back on demand? What? Like, what? I don't know. Like, what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. But also, let's play this part again. Up until and after birth.
On the floor, the most radical abortion on demand paid for by the taxpayers up until and after birth just this week. I will.
After birth? What? What is post-birth abortion? This, like, is a meme that started, I think, a couple years ago. It probably is further back in time, but I, like, first heard this a couple of years ago. What is a post-birth abortion? What is that? What does that mean? Like, okay, so there's birth, and then the baby comes out, they're fine, and then the mom is like, never mind, and then, like, the doctor, like, takes the scissors that they cut the umbilical cord with, and then it just stabs the baby to death. Like, do they actually think this? Like, what is a post-birth abortion? I need you to, like, think to yourself. But again, I really want to remind you all that it doesn't matter. Right? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, logic doesn't matter. These people are not having an argument that you can win or lose. It's not like playing rock, paper, scissors. Oh, and I got scissors and they got paper, and then that means, I win. No. There is no rules. They get paper, you get scissors, and then they just say that you stole the fucking game or whatever, right? There are no rules. All right? It's like if you're playing checkers, right? And instead of, like, doing, like, the diagonal moving thing, they just, like, put their checker on the other side, and then they say that they win. There is no rules, right? If we're not arguing in the same language. We're not living in the same world. So when they say stuff like post-birth abortion, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They just say it. Abortion on demand. What does it mean? Who knows? Who cares? Their voters don't care. Right? They don't care. They just say words. They just say words, and that's it. I need you to understand, Republicans are fucking crazy, psychopath, illiterate cocksuckers. And not the good kind of cocksucker, which I consider myself to be, but they are fucking insane, okay? I need you to understand. Now let's continue this clip. It gets worse.
Will tell you that goes much further than codifying Roe, which is the talking point they use. As the American people learn more and more about this legislation, it is truly radical. 80% of the American people oppose late-term abortions, yet this bill, as I said, provides taxpayer funding and legalizes abortion nationally up until and after birth.
Again, my mouse isn't working. Oh, shit. Up until and after birth. What does that mean? And also late-term abortion? What does that mean? Right? Like, they're acting as if, right, like you're about to go into labor. Maybe you are in labor. And then you're just like, all right, I want you to just toss me down the stairs. Before this baby pops out, just throw me down 3 flights of stairs. See what happens. Let's roll the dice. Would a doctor actually do that? No. But again, it doesn't matter. I need you to understand it doesn't matter. None of this matters. And also, 80% of Americans want Roe v. Wade. Now, again, I just want to be clear. This Roe v. Wade thing, I'm against Roe v. Wade, but I'm against it from the left. I think Roe v. Wade is a bullshit fucking compromise. The idea, right, that someone has to be forced to have a parasite in their body. If you want to take the parasite out and the parasite is capable of living outside the body, great. Go for it. But the idea that someone would be enslaved and forced into labor that they are not consenting to, that is in clear violation of the 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. I don't know what to tell you, right? So yeah, I'm in favor of late-term abortion, especially if the health of the person is at risk. If they're going to die and it's save them or save the parasite, I'm going to choose save the human being. Again, it is a violation of the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution to argue in favor of forced labor. I don't know what to fucking tell you, okay? But they don't care about the Constitution. They don't care about any of this shit. They just say words. These people don't care?
In terms of babies that are born alive, particularly those premature babies. House Republicans, we are proud to stand for life. We are proud.
Yo, shout outs to this motherfucker doing the wheelie.
Particularly those premature babies.
Look at this. Check this out.
House Republicans, we are proud to stand for life. We are proud to stand in opposition to any taxpayer dollars going towards funding abortion. We will oppose this bill, and the Democratic Party has shifted. It was not so long ago that the Democrats' own platform was abortion should be safe, legal, and rare. How much that has changed to on-demand, paid for by the taxpayers up until birth.
Up until birth or up until after birth? Who knows? But also, what does on-demand mean? What does that mean? On-demand. Like, seriously, it's just words. Like, they just say it because it sounds like a catchy phrase. Oh, yeah, abortion on demand. What? Like, what does on demand mean? It means you go and you get the healthcare you need? Like, again, I know I already said this. But if I'm hiking and, like, I fall down, like, a hill and I fucking snap my fucking femur and I go to the hospital, would I be allowed to get surgery on demand? I would hope so. Like, what? What?
So, Congresswoman, has there always been up until and after birth, and you described what that would be like, and that is heartbreaking. I don't know if, and that may be why you can't even get Democrat women to agree to get to that point, right? Which is probably why they didn't codify it when Obama was in office, when they had majorities.
We have the Born Alive Protection Bill, which House Republicans are proud to support. We've passed that in a House Republican majority, and that is standing for life. Born alive babies, they deserve the right to life. There is a reason life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that life comes first. We saw the Democrat governor in Virginia shamefully talk about a baby, holding that baby comfortable before killing that child. That is not where the American people are. That's what I mean when I say up until and after birth. We stand for life.
So, okay. Now, there's an argument to be had. Let's say a baby is born and they've got like some debilitating birth defect. They've got some disease that's like, you know, they're not going to live like probably like weeks, you know? There's a conversation to be had. Should you just kill the fucker now? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, yeah, I'm down to debate this. I'm down to debate that. If someone pops out and they like have like their heart is like half developed or something, or like they like their liver is like fucked up, or like, you know, something like that, right? Okay. I'm down to have the conversation of like, okay, maybe we should just euthanize this person. They're not going to live any further than a couple weeks. But I'm also down to say we should do everything we can to save them. Now, if we had like a universal healthcare system, right? A universal healthcare system where government-funded healthcare for everyone, and the goal was to do everything you can for every person who's alive in this country to save their life, I'm down. I'm down to fund having like, you know, organ transplants. I'm down to have like, you know, we'll do what we can to keep the baby alive. We'll generate a new organ in like a stem cell laboratory, and then we'll put. I'm down to do that. But these people are not in favor of universal health care, right? So I don't. This weird thing that they do where they say they're pro-life. What does that mean? They're pro-life. This again, but I need you to understand the words don't matter. I can say like, oh, if they're pro-life, then, you know, why do they love school shootings so much? Oh, they're pro-life, then why are they against universal health care? Oh, they're pro-life, then why are they in favor of reducing FDA standards so that food is less healthy and more poisonous and results in more chronic health issues? Oh, they're pro-life, but why are they against climate change, which is already killing people every summer? We have people dying in heat waves. But again, the logic doesn't matter. I say all that, and none of that matters to a Republican. They don't care, right? It's not like, oh, a Republican's going to hear, oh shit, wait, I'm pro-life, but I'm anti-climate change action? Oh, I never thought of that. Oh, wow, you just totally... Are you joking? Like, oh, shit, I consider myself pro-life, and you just mentioned that we have, like, really bad health outcomes because our food is poisoned by low FDA standards. I never thought about that. Holy fuck. They don't care. Like, no Republican is going to react in that fashion. They don't care. Andrew Kohler, $5. Is it a post-birth abortion to allow school children to be mowed down by an AR-15 in school? I would say probably. But again, words do not matter. There is no argument. There is no logic. It's like you cannot treat Republicans like we're like having a mathematical conversation, right? Oh, 2 + 2, there is an answer to that. It's 4. Republicans are like, oh, 2 + 2, my grandpappy always used to tell me, that 2 and 2 make 2 and a... Like, they don't care, right? This isn't, like, logic implies that there is a way to have, like, a consistent, verifiable answer, right? It's trying to, like, add mathematics to, like, politics or something like that, right? Which I agree with. I think there is logic, right? But imagine if you talk to someone that just doesn't believe in math. 2 + 2 isn't 4, it's 73. Right? You cannot have that conversation. So I do believe that politics can be reduced to logic, and I do believe that there are correct and incorrect political opinions. Like, again, I think if you're a Republican, that is incorrect. You're just a dumb motherfucker. But I need you to understand, dumb motherfuckers, they don't know they're dumb motherfuckers. If they knew they were dumb motherfuckers, they wouldn't be dumb motherfuckers.
Life. We are proud to stand for life, and we will oppose this very radical anti-life agenda that we're seeing from House Democrats pushing on the floor. And as we look around the globe, Harris, that puts us on the level with
North Korea. Like again, it does, like, I need you to understand, I really, like, the starting point. This is something I want to instill in all of my viewers, everyone that watches my show, everyone that stumbles upon this clip. The starting point for when you interact with Republicans, you need to understand there is no logic. There is no argument. There is no way you can convince someone not to be a psychopath fascist. It's just not going to happen. Either they're going to come to that conclusion on their own, or they're not. It's that simple. It's that simple. Now, you can plant a seed. You can do that method. Like, let's say your mom is a fucking Republican and, like, you don't get along or whatever. You can try to plant a seed. But I need you to understand, there is, like, thinking that seed is going to produce, like, a logical outcome. That's faith. Right? That is faith. That is belief, not just without evidence, but that is belief in things that are 180 degrees against all verifiable facts and evidence. You are religious. If you think that you can have, like, an actual conversation with any one of these Republicans and that they'll actually listen to logic and reason, that is a religious mindset. You are a religious fundamentalist in a different direction. You need to realize that all the facts are against that. There is no way a Republican will ever listen to logic, ever listen to reason, ever listen to a good argument, because it's not only that you're not just speaking the same language. You are speaking an entirely different language with these people. It's like someone who speaks English are having an argument with someone that speaks Mandarin. It's just not going to work. Right? You can't even agree to the same rules. You can't even agree to the same language. How could you possibly agree to any sort of logical coherence? It's just not going to happen. Right? So again, these people lie and it doesn't matter. There is no accountability. There is no hypocrisy. It doesn't matter to these people and their voters. It doesn't matter. So, there you go. All right, motherfuckers. It's movie time. I'm going to turn my air conditioner on. Holy shit, it's hot. It's motherfucking movie time. It's movie time. Moderates and centrists are closer to conservatives and fascists than they ever will be to the left. That's correct, Zero, because again, I need you to understand, not just you, Zero, I'm just saying this to everybody. Right, leftism, when you are a leftist, right, the way that people become leftists, the way that people become a communist, an anarchist, any one of these things, is by following a coherent logic through politics. Treating politics as a mathematical equation, right? There is right and there is wrong, right? if you are a leftist, you got there because, again, your first principle is you want to be treated fairly and you want everyone to be treated fairly, right? That is how you become a leftist. Moderates, centrists, liberals, right? They are just as irrational as fascists, right? They have the same kind of brain rot where, like, logic doesn't exist in their world. It's just that the result is a different direction. You know, it's like trying to bake bread and you don't really know what you're doing. And, like, you know, you can bake bread and make it wrong in two different directions, right? Like, you can, like, heat it up to the point where it's burning to a crisp. You can not add enough yeast to it or whatever, so it's, like, weird, like, flat shit, right? Right? You can fuck it up in different ways, right? That's, like, the fascist versus the liberal, right? They're just as irrational. They're just as illogical. They're just as insane. They're just as dumb. It's just that their stupidity results in a different product. Abortion on demand means you order one through DoorDash. Fuck yeah, I'm down with that. Anyway, it's movie time, motherfuckers. Let's do some films. So, the other day, I watched a film. I watched a movie. Some would even call them a movie film. I'm going through these, you know, I'm working my way through the franchise. Jurassic Park 3, motherfucker. Jurassic Park the third, it's the third movie, and I watched it a couple days ago, and I got a lot to say. Well, I don't have that much to say. It's a good movie, but I don't have that much to say. So anyway, so the basic synopsis, right, is Jurassic Park 2, which is way better than Jurassic Park 3, right, had like a lot of the same characters from Jurassic Park 1, except for the one of the main leads in the first movie. I forget his fucking name because I have a low IQ. Right, so he was like noticeably absent from Jurassic Park 2. So for the idea for Jurassic Park 3, they were like, alright, let's just see what this guy's up to. He was missing in the second movie. Let's just see what he's been doing, right? And so Jurassic Park 3, man, this movie is kind of fucked up. So basically, a bunch of, like, people LARP as, like, rich people and essentially kidnap this guy. I forget, what's his fucking name? I don't know. But anyway, they kidnap him and bring him to the Jurassic Park island that was established in Jurassic Park 2. They lie to him, and they, like, tell him that they're gonna pay him, like, $1 million or whatever, donate it to his excavation fund. And then, like, the plane crashes, because of course it does, or, like, and then they're stranded on the fucking dinosaur island, because then we find out that they're looking for the kid, right, and that these two people lied about having money. They signed a fake check, and they just wanted to bring this guy to the island to look for the kid, because this guy is a dino expert. Damn, I would be pissed. I would kill them. I'm not gonna lie to you, I would kill those people. If they kidnapped me and we crash landed on the dinosaur island, boom, motherfucker, you're gone. I'm not gonna, do not pass go, get the fuck out of my life. But anyway, so then, you know, the dinosaurs, you know, they start fucking people up, you know. And then eventually they find the kid, and the kid was, like, living there for, like, 3 weeks or whatever. He's got everything down to a science. He's, like, running around. He's got, like, wearing grass on him. The kid was badass. I love the kid. That kid was bad motherfucking son of a bitch and ass, okay? I love that goddamn kid. Best character. Right? He was so good. Anyway, so he's got that shit grinded down to a science. He knows how to avoid the dinosaurs. He's a pro. I love the scene in the movie where, like, I forget the fucking guy's name, but the guy from the first movie, goes and meets the kid for the first time, and then the kid's like, oh, I read your books, and like gives like book reviews or whatever. Like, it's to like kind of beef out the lore, right? Like what happened in between Jurassic Park 1 and 3, right, is like, you know, he wrote a book about it or whatever, that kind of stuff. And the kid's like giving us a book review. I thought that was fun. But I mean, like, this movie, again, it's like, it's definitely a noticeable downgrade from the first movie, in my opinion, quality-wise. The first movie was just, you know, in my opinion, it's a classic. The second movie has, like, the best characters from the first movie. In my opinion. The third movie, like, now, again, I like the lead actor in 1 and 3, but he's not as good as the Chaos Theory guy from 1 and 2. I mean, the Chaos Theory guy, he's the best character, let's be honest. Besides Newman, of course. Newman, obviously, Jurassic Park 1 is the chronological sequel to the Seinfeld series, for those of you that don't know. But so, after Newman's tragic death, unfortunately, but he was not alive to be in the sequels. But anyway, they're on the fucking island, and they, like, apparently, like, one of the dinosaurs ate someone that had a cell phone, or ate the cell phone on accident, something like that. And, the cell phone works. So, like, the dinosaur is, like, ringing, right? And so, like, that's the dinosaur, so they think they're looking for the cell phone. They find out that, oh no, motherfucker, that's like a giant raptor or something that just ate the cell phone. And then they find the cell phone in a giant pile of shit. They use the cell phone to call for help, and that, you know, it's a fun movie. It's fun. If you watch the first two, I'd say might as well watch Jurassic Park 3. Why not? It's only, what, like 2 hours? You know what? Why not? Why not? You know, that's my opinion. I'm into franchises. A lot of franchises, they get worse over time. You know, like the first one will probably usually be the best. A sequel of maybe a third movie might be really good. But, like, you know, as franchises start to go on, they usually just reduce in quality. But honestly, I'm here for it. I like watching franchises. I like watching the shitty sequels. I like watching the good sequels. You know, like horror franchises, like classics, like Nightmare on Elm Street. Right? Like, most of them, could probably skip them. But you know what? It's worth watching all of them, because then you'll watch Dream Warriors, and that shit's like, damn, right? And so, like, you know what? I'm gonna watch the rest of the Jurassic movies. Why the fuck not? This one, like, it's good. It's a good movie, but again, comparing to the first two, it's a noticeable downgrade. But it's still entertaining. You still got the dinosaurs. It's still cool. You got the heartfelt, you know, all that shit. It's all there. It's fun. But it does feel like it's missing something. But it's still, I would say it's worth watching. If you've seen the first two movies or whatever, watch it. Check it out. Give it a shoot. It's a good movie. But it's, like, again, it's just more of the same, which, depending on your persuasion, you know, if you like the first one, you'll like this. Will you like it as much as the first one? No. But it's still good. That's my review of Jurassic Park 3. Worth watching. Why not? Why not? It's my opinion. I have opinions on this show. This is an opinion-based program. Oh, Dream Warriors is phenomenal. So good. Wherever I can, whenever I can, 0p if they're popping up on a streaming service. Newman was in Jurassic Park 1. Listen, Donald James, use your fucking ears and listen to the words coming out of my mouth. Alright, motherfucker. Speaking of sequels. The other day I got really high and watched 3 from motherfucking Hell. 3 from Hell, folks. This is the final movie in the quote-unquote Firefly trilogy by Robert Zombo. So the first movie, House of 1,000 Corpses. Now again, I saw House of 1,000 Corpses when I was young. I had no idea it had sequels. Right, so I rewatched House of 1,000 Corpses because I saw it on something. I forget what I saw it. But I was like, oh, I remember that movie. And then I reviewed House of 1,000 Corpses, and then people were like, did you know that there's 2 sequels? No, I didn't. So, like a month ago, whatever, I watched Devil's Rejects, which is the middle movie. I think Devil's Rejects is the best of the three. Well, House of a Thousand Corpses has a lot of a different vibe to it. But I think Devil's Rejects is better than 3 from Hell. But, 3 from Hell was fucking fun to watch. Fun as fuck to watch. 3 from Hell has, like, there's 3 main characters, right? But, like, the main character from the first 2 movies, Captain Spaulding, played by Sid Haig, he is not in this movie. He had to be replaced. I believe this movie was originally written with him to be the 3rd character, but he got like sick and like died during like the production of this movie. And so like they could only give him like a little bit of a scene at the start that's like, oh, he got executed, that's why he's not in the movie. You know what's interesting? And I mentioned this in my Devil's Rejects review. There's a curse with these movies. After the first movie, if you look at the credits in each one of these movies, there's like an in memory of this character, right? In the first movie, I think it's the grandpa character that dies after, like, in between, like, you know, filming and release. In Devil's Rejects, I forget which character in the movie died, but one of the actors in the movie dies after Devil's Rejects is done filming. And then in 3 from Hell, motherfucking Sid Haig dies in between filming and production. There is a curse. I just want to let everyone know, if an opportunity ever comes up to be in a Rob Zombie film, decline, okay? I don't know what's going on. We need a complete and total shutdown on Rob Zombie films until we figure out what the hell is going on here. Okay, so anyway, that's obviously a joke, but it is funny. And also rip. But 3 from Hell, there's like 3 distinct acts. Right, there's like the what happened in between Devil's Rejects and this movie, right, the recap section. Then there's like the section where they're trying to get Baby out of the prison, which is great. That's my favorite section of the movie. But then you got like the Mexican standoff section at the end. And all 3 distinct parts of the movie are incredible. They're incredible. I just want to say one thing that I love about the Rob Zombie Firefly trilogy is the music, the way the music works. Right, like Rob Zombie does make music, so I guess he's got a good understanding of music, and he uses music in his movies in such a fucking great, like the music is just so good in this movie. Like the way that the music ties in with the events in the movie, right? Like it's just amazing. It's just like that's my favorite part of these movies is the way that they do the music. The music is phenomenal, right? Like again, like my favorite scene out of all of them is when Freebird's playing at the end of Devil's Rejects and they're getting shot up like fucking 70 times or whatever. It's just great. The music in all 3 of these movies, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. That's the best part. But 3 from Hell, back to this movie. Like the plot is like, so they escape from prison, right? But like, you know, Otis, the one character, has help from his new character, half-brother, who didn't exist. Because, again, this movie was originally written with Captain Spaulding, but then, you know, the actor got sick or whatever and couldn't do it. So they invented a new character. Worked pretty well. They didn't have to change too much, I don't think. But anyway, so Otis gets out, and then he's trying to free Baby, who is, of course, Sherry Moon Zombie. And, like, so that's, like, the kind of the first, or the second arc. The first arc is, like, you know, what happened in between. The second arc is getting Baby out of jail. And then the third arc is escaping to Mexico and then having a Mexican standoff. Right? The second arc was great. Like, where there's, like, a clown character that's just there for no reason. Incredible. I loved it. Right? When Otis was holding that family hostage. Incredible. I loved it. All of it was great. Like, the prison guard scene where, like, where they're trying to get Baby to get killed by other prisoners and then Baby just fucks them up. Amazing. I mean, this movie, again, you need to have that taste for it. If you don't like gore, you will not like Rob Zombie movies. If you don't like gritty, extreme, over-the-top, for no reason violence, you will not like Rob Zombie movies. But luckily for me, I love those things, right? So I love these movies. They're great. Now, are they amazing? Are they profound experiences? Are they going to change your life? No. But they're fucking fun to watch. And I was high as shit when I watched this movie. And again, that maybe I think is why I like the musical scene so well. Like the way that they just blend the music with the action was just so good. And again, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I think Devil's Rejects is the better of the two Firefly sequels. I think House of a Thousand Corpses is kind of its own distinct thing a little bit. But again, all three movies are great. If you got the taste buds that are required to enjoy these films, you will enjoy these films. That's really all I can say on the matter. But I loved the movie. I mean, I was really into it. Like the action scenes, like when you think it's over, but then it's not over, and then you think it's over, and then it's not over, and like the scene with the machete fight at the end. Oh, just really good stuff. Just really good stuff. And then you got that fucking weirdo with the twisty mustache, like I don't even know what his position was. Like maybe he was the warden. I'm not sure. Like just the character design, how they all look, like the costume design, right? Like that's the thing about Rob Zombie movies is every character is a freak. Every single character is a freak. Not just some of them, not just most of them. Every character is a freak, and that's why these movies are great. So anyway, 3 from Hell, man. Holy moly. It's a good movie. Pretty good. Anyway, I'm out of gas, so I'm going to stop the stream now. Does anyone have any, Q-cock questions, comments, or concerns? Q-cock. Lay them on me. Lay them on me. Nothing but trouble? Trouble? I'm in? Q-cock, can I sing a song? Nope. Did I receive a PayPal gift from General Boy? I hope. Let me check. I believe I got one recently. Which I do, I appreciate. Q-cock. Questions, comments, or concerns? Q-cock. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much the show. Maybe I'm a little low energy. I need a second cup of coffee. I'm losing it. Movie I watched a long time ago. The satire about America. It was centered on a little girl in the suburbs. I wish I could remember more about it. It was really fucked up. Dread 2012 on the list still. Have I baked bread before? No. That I'm an aspiring baker. Am I still working on the... Yeah, I'm still working on it. One of these days. One of these goddamn motherfucking son of a bitchin' days. You know what I mean? Anyway, I gotta pee. So thank you all for watching. I don't know how to end shows. I don't know if you've noticed. I have no idea how to do this. But bye, goodbye, and also bye. I'll see you tomorrow, and blah, blah, blah.
the polls, Jack. You guys are all the same. Why attack Sanders? Why? You're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay.
Unbelievable.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
Dumb as a shit fuck, cringe tour, etc., etc.